away, Jason Kaplan.
Let's be honest, Dust2 kind of walked into that one.
You know, it's like I haven't heard a million Dust jokes in Counter-Strike.
It's fine. I have a million Kaplan jokes.
Do you?
Are you the son of the guy who made that really terrible game? And I'm like, no. But you know what? Bet odds tell me that Singularity's going to win this game, and I hope so, because you know what? I'm down to predictions. And Singularity are up in maps, so I'm feeling good. They're feeling good. Well, I'm not feeling great because I'm sick, but you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, I picked the Stralis, so I think I'm still good to go.
Well, you basically gave yourself a loss by doing that.
Nah.
Because the Strauss is not winning the Pro League Finals.
They did win so far.
They're not going to win the Pro League Finals. I'm sorry. It's not happening.
Okay.
Nifty already going for a quick flank around back towards T spawn, and they've actually been able to trap in Singularity towards long A. They got 3 players in the front, Nifty in the back.
This is kind of a tough spot for Singularity now. They're basically pinched in on long A. There's 3 players already towards the A side itself, plus there still is Nifty kind of making sure they can't backtrack. And the advantage, of course, for Envy. And Dapper and Seb are low on health. So it's looking real rough for Singularity. It started out really great, but it's been a big turning of the tides. Nifty continues to wreak havoc here on this flank up mid, and there's another one.
Okay, coward.
My guy's such a joke. It's like the most untalented musician in the world, perhaps.
Hey, hey. If you saw him dance at the Overwatch League Finals, you would know that there is no talent in that man's body, and he's got a giant body, so that's kind of hard to have no talent. Anyways, into the game. You do see Envy with the flank being successful. Do pick up the pistol round. I'd say much needed considering how that first map did turn out for them. 19-15 against them on Train. And Nifty, I mean, ever since what? He was like, what, 1-4? He's just been non-stop picking up kills. Like, it's just carried over, and I think that's a great sign for him as a player. Obviously not happy at the moment with the way Envy's been going, this whole Envy project, but he's been playing well. He's looking good.
Definitely a big individual effort that round, that mid push to lock it in for Envy. We're going to see Singularity buy up what they can here, which is kind of odd because usually teams don't buy up that much unless they planted, and that's when you see like the 2 SGs and stuff like that. Usually teams will like maybe even full save and full buy in the next round, like a bunch of AKs and armor, but they're going to go for the Deegs and the Scout on Dapper. Nifty finding Seb right away there. That's one of the Deagles off the board. Already here for Singularity. Robin trying his luck off of Catwalk. Doesn't land the shot, but still alive to fight another day.
Kind of a slow round here for Singularity. Hoping they can pull off a 1v1 with the Deagles. We're still surprised to see Dapper the one on the scope weapons. We saw that for the majority. At least definitely heavily in the beginning for Singularity when it came to Train. And Nifty, well, you know what? He's not happy with 305 ADR. He wants more.
Trying to see if he can get another kill, maybe grab the bomb and try to get a plant out of that round, but not going to happen as Fugly's FAMAS will silence him. So it's 2-0 here for Envy. And with that force, Singularity will have to take a save here. Great chance for him to go ahead and get the 3-0 start, as that's exactly what they need to stay alive in this series, as they did lose that first map. So trying to roll out here on Dust2 and try to force us into that third is indeed what they're hoping to accomplish. The third map would be Nuke if we need it.
I have a feeling the way this map's going, we might need it, actually.
Yeah, it does seem that way, doesn't it?
I mean, just Nifty on point. We saw what he could do with the op. Obviously, when him and Som were double opping towards the latter half of the second half on Train, they weren't really too effective, but that was also, I think, more of a credit to Singularity and preventing those ops from doing too much. But on Dust2, that's much more difficult to do, I'd say. You see Fugly left alone at the A site. You got Ryan going to be tucked away towards long A. And Nifty actually playing a little bit of a floating role here in towards CT spawn.
Utility is going to come out here. Singularity obviously very limited, but that is a lot of A damage being dealt already as they were trying to cross their way to the site, and they have been picked apart. No real damage even dealt from Singularity to the opposing side. Everyone's still at 100 HP for the CTs, but there you go. Dapper's going to find one little one-tap there on the Deeg. Not a whole lot else he's probably going to be able to do in this round, but maybe forcing a little bit of rebuying isn't too shabby. Not much you expect this round, to be honest. They did not really have anything invested. Their force on the last round was a real hope at winning a round early. That didn't pan out, so now they have to wait for this next one. Being down 0-3, we'll get the full buy just fine here in round number 4.
I mean, they were down 0-4 on Train, right?
Yeah.
And they won the map, so definitely in the woodworks for them to be, or the wheelhouse, I should say, for them to be able to pull this one back. And obviously, when we get the ops picked up, I want to see if Seb, though, carries over that momentum from map number 1. Because Nifty clearly has. I mean, just look at him, 342 ADR before that round finished off. Seb on 0 kills at the moment, but again, not really expected too many after the pistol round. And Robin, just completely blinded up, has no chance at all to do anything there. As Fugly and Ryan do pick up the first 2 kills, but Dazzle's able to pull one back. Seb, in the meantime, has been able to work over towards the middle, but no one facing him just yet.
Yeah, it's one of those classic rounds where both teams had what they felt was a good long A spawn, so they both go for the control, and that's where you can see kind of those 2-on-2 or 3-on-3 clashes early in the round.
You know what I want to see as like an adaptation to that, when the teams notice, like, all right, they're stacking 3 players long every time, it's just rush short. Just get up on a catwalk, get up behind them already.
Yeah, you just can't know that's going to happen, though.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, CTs are going to vary that up. It's all spawn-based, unless you can, like, know what spawns they have, which sometimes there are patterns to spawning.
Yeah, there are patterns.
Starts, so maybe you could try to memorize that, but I'm not sure if that's still the case. It used to be. Either way, though, Elite, good for 1. Dazzle able to trade back. Dazzle's actually been fighting pretty well in this round. He's been kind of the saving grace for Singularity to keep them in the fight after a lot of the duels have gone Envy's way. Him and Seb now trying to see if they can't get this bomb planted on the B-bomb side again. If they can actually get it planted, they can still have a chance to win the round. Retakes on B can be very difficult, especially now there's no real utility left for Envy. Drawing out with the fake plant, gets all the frags. Seb and Dazzle lining up the scoreboard, the full house between them. They made a round that looked unwinnable possible, and then they go ahead and do it. So, big round for them.
And a much needed round 2. Didn't want to go down 0-4, didn't want to give extra steam to the side of Envy. And well done. I mean, as you pointed out perfectly, like Dazzle, the saving grace, able to trade at least 1 kill back at long. Able to trade the kills when they needed them, when they were already looking like they had a man down. And now Psalm and Nifty going back to the double op setup. So, I don't know. I would kind of want to see if this doesn't work out the first time, maybe don't go for it again. Because it just definitely did not work out over time at all. It didn't work out in the second half too well.
I think it's also because we know that they have Ely standing in as the anchor in place of Android, as that was Android's position on the CT side as B. And so you want to have that power for someone like Sam to be kind of that playmaker on that side of the map. Because obviously Ely is a guy who has been playing pretty well all in all, but he's still not like a seasoned player, at least in recent times. So having an op can allow Sam to have a lot of impact on that side. So you see Nifty and Sam combined for a kill there onto Robin. So already a man down at Singularity pretty early on in round number 5. After finally getting a victory, they're already on the back foot again. But they still found a way to win despite having disadvantage through the bulk of the previous round. So it still could be in the cards. They do gather up on the catwalk.
I feel like if they get in towards the A side freely and they leave Dapper, or I should say he had a Mac 10. There was 4 players with no head armor. Maybe he can wreck some havoc and build up some money. But he does trade up to the SG. 40 seconds left to go, and the Molotov's being thrown in. One of the very few points of utility Envy have to use.
Yeah, it's all flashes now. The utility is going to come out for Singularity. Holly on the CT slope. Smoke's there for the cross. They actually do drop down towards CT spawn. Dazzle trying to lead that front. Flash is coming in, though, slowing everything down, and Nifty finds the first kill.
And another one. Oh, just the butt of the gun. The bomb's going to be planted here. Relic's trying to prioritize that. He's eventually going to be swarmed over, though. Now Dapper alone, and well, it's going to be hard to pull off a 1v5, and they know exactly where you're going to be, and Envy will take the next round. So Singularity, a little bit of tough times for them. Money not looking too good.
Yeah, but with the bomb plant with lost ones they do have, they could still maybe muster up something, though I think it might be more likely they'll just go for like pistol armor utility, make sure they get a full buy in the next round. So that's a good chance still for Envy to go up 5-1. Good catch there from Nifty, getting 2 kills. I think it was kind of big that, you know, normally whenever you kind of do that slope drop where you kind of smoke CT spawn or something and you kind of ride the slope, it allows for like a lot of angles that the opera on the corner has to worry about because he's wanting to watch cat cross. He has to now worry about someone just kind of charging up the slope, and that didn't really happen. If he was able to be a bit comfortable there in his position that long, get a couple of key kills, and ultimately win the round for his team.
But you kind of assume that the opera's going to actually go back towards the long A, right? Not going to be playing up close like Nifty was, so I think it caught him off guard a little bit within that first frag he did get. Singularity went for the pistol armor.
Got an AK and 1 scout. Yeah, so they bought a little bit more than they thought they would, especially Robin getting the AK, but they still do have an option to full buy in the next round. First kill, though, this round going the way of Sam off the B platform. This is new position after getting a kill over at middle. Ahmed left behind outside B. Trying to be a mid-B split here, but Fugly is watching it from CT spawn.
not able to quite recover the AK, as Relics does finally pick it up, and I think Fugly spots it out too, and trying to spam through, gets dinked up, and Relics gets the kill through the door. So at least getting one kill. One's not going to be enough though, as it's going to be a 2-2 split for Envy to just hold. Yeah, Ely going to be watching towards middle, and obviously Singularity want to try to rescue another weapon, but I don't see a world where they can pick that up in middle. The other option's a scout for Dapper.
Yeah, it seems like they're just going to go ahead and start heading over towards Catwalk. If they can get a kill onto Nifty, there might be a chance at a bomb plant here. There is still, of course, Ryan over towards Long with the SG, but there are angles they can plant from where he wouldn't be able to spot it. And Nifty actually does miss his first shot on the cross, gets a shot that time, does the damage, and Ryan will finish it off there. Nifty and Ryan combined to get the round 5-1 now, but here is where Singularity could go ahead and go for the full buy. Problem is, Robin's going to be lacking because he did AK up in that round, so it's still not going to be totally ideal. So it could be a really big run here to kick things off for Envy on the CT side.
Yeah. I think that would be a nice little piece of motivation for them too. I mean, Nuke as the final map. We've already had, was it Singularity play it yesterday? Did not work out for them. Whether or not that was them not performing well or ATK just really stepping up, because that was a 16-7 series on both maps. But obviously we'll see if we do get there. Envy have been able to play actually Nuke, and that was the 16-14 we did see on day one. They had two 16-14s over that. Actually, funny enough, it was Overpass and Nuke. In both games ATK played. But obviously, just because A beats B, B beats C doesn't mean A beats C.
Is that transitive property or something like that? There you go.
Get a little shout back to what was it, 4th grade math.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one that would have been. Either way, another big battle taking place over at Long A as both teams have the spawn. Ryan come out on the better end of that deal. That's consistently happened here actually at this long quarter. Envy has been able to commit a lot of resources to this early skirmish, and both times they've come out victorious, which has allowed them to win a couple of key gun rounds and also force a lot of ecoing out of Singularity. Happens here again as they get the opening duel, 5-on-4. Now they're going to actually get Ryan aggressed on Catwalk with Sam having the support in the back line with the AWP as that bomb swings around through T-spawn back to B tunnels. Now, I will say this, while they're on Cats, they can pretty quickly rotate. There is this timing where Ely is alone, and if they could get him off the back of the plat,
they do have the Molotovs to do that.
Exactly.
So.
Or they could just straight up win the duel and then get this bomb planted into 4v4, and good luck retaking the B bomb site in that situation. So there's still a way in for Singularity is the point.
Let's see. Ely, I think he just barely spotted him out. To be very wary of these Molotovs coming through. You can see already setting it up as well. Just have some backup, and Dazzle just connects the shot, but Fugly gonna be tucked away in towards Card. He gets the first Psalm as well, and well, they don't want to retake it. They just want to hold it outright, and they're gonna do just that. Great job out of Psalm and out of Fugly there to really secure that one and prevent any sort of bomb plant from going down.
Yeah, I think like you said, I think he spotted it pretty early on from the backup platforms. He was able to call for that rotation from Psalm and company, so he wouldn't have to defend alone. And also, even though they got the clean kill on him in the back, they never actually even checked Carr. So as they came out, they were just whittled down in a big, big way. So great job from Envy, good defense. Now it's back to just a lower buy for Singularity. We got the scout on Dapper and upgraded pistols. That's going to be about it. Aggression at middle here from Fugly. Doesn't commit to it. And actually, in the meantime, Dapper goes down. Luckily, Fugly picks up the AWP and is able to trade it right back. But now he's in a lot of trouble. He's getting pushed at middle.
Oh, he's going to go for the peek onto 3 players, but the smoke was thrown in. It actually helps save his life as he backs away in towards CT spawn. Ely does have the smoke in towards tunnel, so he has protection. Luckily for him, there's no one coming that way, and Nifty actually pushes short in the meantime to get a kill. So Singularity, able to start things off well, have been picked apart here. And even Ely just backs away from the B side, trying to play out back towards middle to help secure it, to allow rotation to come into CT spawn, even though the smoke is going to be there. And it looks like they're going to play for the retake, but they're up against a scout, they're up against a deagle. Not too difficult to do for them. Let's see if Singularity can do something about this. Maybe get the bomb down, but Nifty's just not missing many shots today. He's at 17-2. Really carrying over his performance from the first map.
He is straight up dominating, man. It's actually pretty wild how well he's played. Almost a 2 KD already in this game.
He's way over 2 KD, at least in the map. He's over an 8 KD.
Yeah.
Talking about the series, though.
Messed up my math.
You're talking about the series, though, so it's okay.
Yeah. And there he is, finding another one here to open this one up as well onto Dazzle. Fugly actually using that to start charging forward on middle. So they're getting away with a lot on Envy side, man. Like, they're getting away with aggression at middle now. They've always won the long A clashes whenever they both had spawns for it. So it just seems like everything's going Envy's way, man. We're not seeing any type of response out of Singularity. They are really just fading away, it seems like. Like, besides Dapper's kind of op play in the last round, they have not really had a whole lot of spark.
You know, and Dazzle was like the one reason they were able to take the first round that they did get.
Yeah.
That was a big trade on long, and then the push in towards B, and then the 3 kills for him, 2 for Seb. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Ryan push this with the confidence that, honestly, Envy should have. 7-1. They lost the first map, yes. I would have expected a little bit more out of Singularity, to be honest. And Ryan has done just that. Gets behind Seb. This should be an easy kill. You know, the push is coming in towards B. Sam's already there to help out, but unfortunately, Dapper and Robin, they don't let them be too effective. They prevent any kills from coming through on the B site. And now it's going to come down to the retake.
Indeed it is. They're already in position before the bomb even gets planted, though. That gives them even more time to figure out how they want to run it. Nifty has a smoke to block off tunnels that'll isolate one angle. Actually, yeah, it will cut off one of those players. Ryan now mauling up down below the window. That's going to push Relics off. Actually traps him in the corner, so this is actually a really well-constructed retake, and all the frags are going their way until that one from Dapper. Now it's the 1v1. Nifty not able to pull it off, though. Dapper, the hero that Singularity needed, because that was looking so good up until he got those kills with the quad, in fact. I actually thought that they were going to lose that round. I think Envy were looking pretty sharp on the retake.
Looked amazing.
Yeah,
I mean, the Molotov flushed him out of car. He was on low HP. Then they had pushed him at the right angles. But Dapper, like, I think Nifty missed the shot right there, and Dapper just connects at the last second to save the round for them. He's up to 9 kills, gets Singularity back on the board. But again, Envy still have money to buy up, so it's not too big of a deficit for him. Obviously, want to keep the train rolling into the next station. They come out of the half with a big lead. But if you're Singularity, you can't depend on just those like individual moments of brilliance for your players. You need to have.
You also got to string some rounds together, man.
Yeah.
Like this one round here and there, especially on T side of Dust2, is not enough. Luckily, they had that first map safety net, having won the OT game there on Train, so they still have a map 3 guaranteed to them. But you'd like to get the 2-0, I'm sure.
Well, it's going to be Ryan. Left to low.
Gets the tag. Might get the nade frag. Not quite.
Yeah, still get some decent damage done, but not going to be enough to, I guess, force them to fight back for the site. I think
and they're going to save now.
this.
Yeah. Trying to retake 4v5 with limited utility. Actually, no utility. Oh, no, there's like one nade, a couple flashes. That's just not enough. Especially when 2 of your retaking weapons are AWPs. That makes it even harder. So there you have it, another round for Singularity, finally a couple in a row. Also finally starting to stabilize their economy. They get to carry over 5 weapons, so they don't have to rebuy any guns, which is quite nice considering that 2 of their players are on $0 right now. That is going to make a big difference. Also, money's low on Envy, so if you can win this next round, then you would actually force them to say that's when you can get up to 5 or so.
Yeah, but for me, it's like, if you give Nifty an op, you can't count them out. Not with the way he's been playing so far. Even Sam's been hitting a couple of good shots.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, again, we wanted to see Singularity start to string some rounds together. It seems like they've been able to start to do that with the last 2. But still, 2's not going to be enough. We need to see more rounds out of them on this T half. Especially if Envy start to win rounds now. What, you win 2 as Envy, you're up to 9, and then Singularity has no money. Or maybe some money to force up some pistols and armor.
Timeout taken here by Envy to talk about things. They know that their lead is still pretty big, but the momentum is starting to shift just a small amount, especially with their economy being in a little bit of a fragile situation. They want to kind of make sure that they use these 4 guns that they saved over and figure out the best way to place them to put a stop to Singularity.
Again, Dapper going to be on the op, the primary op for him.
Could be a spawn-based thing. I'm not seeing where he was. Nope, he was actually at middle, so it wasn't a spawn-based thing. It was kind of a decision, maybe letting him use it a little bit more. But he might even find a fight here soon. Flash does come out towards middle, but then rifle spam is what actually lands the mark on this.
Didn't know Fugly's here, though, is going to be my question. Flashbangs come through. They don't spot him out. He gets the spray down. He should have had the second, though, but luckily Sam will be there to help out. It's still going to be an advantage for Singularity, especially with Sam going down now, leaving it all to Ryan, and Ryan's not in position to help out. pace has been changed. Singularity take the B site, and we'll take another round. Momentum 100% in their favor.
It's a good job by Singularity because they put so much pressure at middle and knew that there was going to be limited defense on the B site itself, so they were able to just overwhelm with the B tunnels rush. Robin being the guy who I think found that entry. Almost a team ace here for Singularity. Also getting that rifle spam kill to kick things off with a quick 5 versus 4.
Is that the second time Nifty's died in middle in a row?
I'm not sure.
I know he's died twice now like this, trying to peek in for a kill.
Either way, that's now 3 in a row for Singularity. Bring it to 7-4, money low on Envy, so again, a very good chance Singularity really start closing the gap on the scoreboard. Starting to find some success, starting to have some players hit their shots. Dapper in particular is really coming alive.
I don't think you guys heard that on stream, but we could hear it in the studio. I think that was Dapper just screaming like Psalm. Explains the smiles. I think, did we start to mute them today after yesterday? Especially Singularity side?
It might be for the best. I'm sure they would appreciate that. Don't want to, you know, anger any sponsors
I'm
or
not
team
sure
owners.
if it's the stream still hears them, or if it's like turned off in our headphones. Or if the stream hears them, it's turned off in our headphones, or if it's just turned off in general.
So Nifty finding the opening pick on this round. Again, this is great to find because they had limited resources. Now they had the pistol stack at B, which it looks like these T's are going to run indeed right into the stack. Buckley finds the first kill with the P250. They're trying to get up here and clear. Seth finds one. Will he expect 2 more to be here? No, he will not. Ryan now tees off, and it's left Dapper all alone. And my goodness, Envy, they're going to steal this round away. I can't believe it. Singularity just runs straight into the trap.
Well, I mean, high risk comes high reward, right? They go for the big stack towards B, and it pays off for them. Obviously, Fugly getting 2 kills definitely helped.
Also, Nifty, you know, taking the one gun they did have and taking initiative and getting that opening pick certainly helped out. So they're trying to run a similar play what they did the previous round, right? Where they're kind of engaging elsewhere, but they're trying to quickly go into B, and we just happen to have too many pistols on the dance floor over there. Now Dapper just trying to see if he can save this AWP because their own money is not looking too great on a couple of their players. Enough money here where if Dapper were to save, he would be able to drop either Dazzle or Relics, and Robin and Seb could by themselves, so that's kind of what he's looking for.
What about Singularity's money, though? You got Robin on 6K, you got Dapper on 4.6. They've won the last 3 rounds, so their loss bonus is gone. So again, we're in a world where if Envy can pick up the follow-up round, we could see potentially, what, 9-4 on the board?
Yeah.
And that would be an amazing feat for them on the CT side of Dust2. But knowing how the first map went, it's probably going to go overtime. Let's be honest.
Some people just like to watch the world burn.
And some people like to watch Counter-Strike. Oh, what were you showing us, Prius? Guess we'll never know. But there we go. Envy able to bounce back. Well done by them, to be fair. I mean, when the momentum shifts against you, it can be very frustrating, especially if you're someone like Nifty, who's been performing so well so far in this map. But hey, P250. It's done some work. And Fugly, who was quiet on Train, he's at 16-5 now. He's been really able to kind of bounce back. So credit to him to keep that composure. Looks like Singularity might win out on the long exchange, and this time, 1-for-1 trade so far. They haven't been able to gain the control, so finally Singularity, I think for the third time they've done it, they will take long.
Yeah, they have not had much success here throughout the game, and it seems like it's finally going their way. It is only a 4-on-4, to be fair. It's not as the cleanest of victories, but they still do come out with the advantage, but now it's been eradicated at the hands of Nifty's AWP. Off Goose area, does find his target. Now what the rest of Singularity can do is up to them. Ooh, that was a close battle, but that's what does win it.
Back to a 3-on-3. Envy able to get the advantage and then lose it, unfortunately, right after. And they're starting to regroup to hit over towards B, maybe hoping that smoke's going to hold people back from rotating. He's going to look for these kills. He gets the first, now he gets the spray onto the second, a little unfortunately. The utility not really there for the T side of Singularity, and some hits on the cross. Dazzle will HP the right direction, rush Seb down. The bomb gets planted either way. We saw Dazzle and Seb defend this before. Can they do it yet again? Double ups. Probably Pistol's going to be coming out for the 2 CT players. They get the first kill onto Seb. Now Dazzle with the AK. He could do this, he could pull it off, but he needs these 1v1 battles. Nifty flanking him from behind. Dazzle, I don't know if he's actually going to expect this. There's no way he's actually even checking this one out. This should be an easy kill for Nifty. And Envy to take another round.
Well thought out 2-on-1 there from Envy. Pretty close round. I think the key kill that broke out was that spam through double doors that found a kill. That was pretty important. Nifty also catching the kill at long A to get the advantage back after an even situation at the long A exchange. So a couple of different players played their part in that one, but Nifty probably having the most impact. Up to a little over 20 kills now, 21 to be exact. So definitely having himself a great half with 2 rounds left to go. He stays on pace, he could find 30 by the end of this thing. It's really just been him and Fugly, by the way. Like, no one else has really left off the page in the server at all, except for maybe a little bit of Dapper.
Singularity getting, oh wow, Dapper actually pushed to the smoke, and all right, we were about to close that one out, but that could have actually caught completely off guard. Envy are getting, you know, every round closer to taking us to the 3rd map of Nuke at this rate. 9-4, looking for a 10-4 at the moment. Maybe even an 11-4 with the money that Singularity currently does not have.
And it's getting kind of grim for them on Dust2. In this round, they find themselves in the 3 versus 5 with a lot of time left on their hands, but not a whole lot of opportunities in front of them, given limited resources they now have to work with. Nifty and Ryan still getting control of the catwalk. Nifty also still here and there spotting towards long with the AWP. There are a couple of players in that vicinity, including one inside the pits. He knows that now as he's seen that nade get thrown off, but Relax actually wins the fight, and Robin actually peeks out middle, catching Sam way off guard, so it's very quickly back into a 3 versus 3, and now it's winnable for Singularity. Not expecting that setup, though.
We're still going to push him towards A, though. Ryan's going to be waiting. Hasn't had much impact in this half so far, and unfortunately not going to have in this round either. Just 1 kill. Might have been enough to get Envy another round on the board, but the bomb's going to be planted. Seth getting tucked away inside of long, so it comes down to 2 1v1s. Neely needs to win this exchange versus Seb. Relics needs to win the exchange versus Fugly. There you go. Seb will help solidify this round, and if you're Fugly here, don't really have much money. You might as well just save the AK, I'm assuming. Maybe make it expensive for Singularity here. Maybe take 1 player with you at least.
I think he was hoping he could maybe catch a quick kill, and then maybe he would have pulled the trigger on it, but it's not going to happen, so he will just kind of back off in the CT spawn. Trying to catch it, well, it's crossing back with AWP, doesn't find that one. So 2 guns carried over for the T side. There is some money to buy up around it, but it's still going to be a little bit worrisome. Like, if they want to be able to get armor and utility, they might have to make a couple of sacrifices on rifle power, but all in all, they still get another round on the board. Big round from Seb as we kind of roll it back there. A couple of key kills with the SG. And so, yeah, we are going to see a Galil on Dazzle. That is the one player that kind of got the short end of the stick, and neither team has a lot of utility, if we're honest. And there's a Scouts in play on the CT side.
Pace has been picked up yet again, though, looking to cross in towards the A site. They got the first smoke down. Second smoke going to follow, so they should have the site. They should have the ability to get the bomb down. A couple players back towards Catwalk, though. Need to be careful. You can't really afford to lose out on an M4 here. Som. Expecting maybe for him to get a jump shot, and Dazzle, unfortunately, not able to really accomplish much with the lurk.
Retake, go on.
Now you go on.
Okay, I will. Retake coming in here from the CT side. Nifty going to be able to find the first blood there on it, as he is going to be able to line up the op shot. 7 Company starting to get pressured here from multiple angles, but they're still up to the task, at least for now, but it is not really long-lived. Trying to get a couple kills. Diffuse coming in. Relics from the platform, trying to see if he can stop it, but he's just not connecting the shots he needs. Now they start coming through, but can he get the one that matters most, the one that finished the round? The answer is a resounding no, as it will be those 10 rounds going over to the way of Envy before we switch sides.
That's just unfortunate.
Yeah,
That's just so unfortunate. Out of like all the players he could have hit, he doesn't hit the one defusing the bomb. Definitely don't play the lottery tonight.
He did stop it once, but not when he needed it at the very end. So pretty big half there from Envy, trying to force us into a 3rd map. They're well on their way. We'll see if they can complete the job after we come back from this break.
bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime. I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. Then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you wanted to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. Dream like me, and you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody.
Well, we can see a couple of players are having a strong game so far for Envy. Nifty at 24 with 135 ADR. So let's see. Moving into the second half, 10-5 in favor of Envy.
It's a pretty top-heavy performance over on the Envy side. It's like basically Nifty and Fugly, and then everyone else in the server is kind of separated from each other. There's like a big gulf between everybody else. They have ascended to a new dimensional plane. Can they force a third man? That's the real question. What do you think?
Yeah.
Probably.
10-5.
Yeah.
Now you're on T-side Dust2. I mean, if you can't win here, then that's...
Unless like Singularity can pop off a 3-0 start off a pistol round victory and they deny a bomb plant so Envy can't SG buy around 2 of the half, then, you know, all of a sudden they could be right back in it. But that's a couple of big conditions they must meet.
But also knowing how the games have gone for us so far.
Yeah. Let's see. He's got a powerful angle here at the back of platform, and he's got some help from Robin, but of course both kills go the T's way. And another one.
There you go. All right, so Envy can have a strong start. Dapper trying to come in. Going to be a 2-on-5 retake here, but now just a 1-on-5. Oh, it's a 0-on-5.
Get absolutely bodied.
He's not in the game.
Wrecked.
Okay, Red Eye.
Owned. No, I was going to do the Brutal Savage Wreck thing. I just, you know. That's his.
Doing the Dust version of it. Bodied. Wrecked.
Destroyed.
Destroyed.
Crushed.
You don't get 4.
You're supposed
you
to
get
say
3.
new words. Well, no, we're just going back and forth, you know?
No, I'm
That's fine. Don't worry
making
about
you
it.
your own meme.
Yep, it's good. It's fine. I already have some unfortunate memes, so you can't just create them. They
Don't
just
worry.
happen.
You at least you didn't shave your head on stream once.
It's not as bad.
I mean, 29,000 people saw it live.
Not bad.
But I didn't enjoy the next day, let's just say that. Not the morning. It didn't feel too good. A little bit worse than I do now. At Singularity, I do have the Scout on Dapper. Again, he's been kind of primary opping at the moment for Singularity, and that's something we've been kind of saying. Since the match doesn't really matter, it doesn't really affect the outcome of who comes through Group A, you might as well test some new things. Put your toes in some new water.
Interesting. Haven't heard
Dip
that
your
expression
toes-
before.
Dip your toes.
I mean, I've heard dipping toes in the water, but not in new water.
I mean,
that was a little bit different.
That's
But,
what we do here.
You know, hey,
on the
that's
ESL Pro
fine.
League. We change things up.
Yeah, there you go. I guess that's the best way to put it.
You
Let's
make new sayings.
Yep. So Force Wise so far not working out too well here for Singularity. They've lost both players that have attempted to go for fights. Nifty adds another to the tally. Just Dazzle and Robin left. A has been taken here by Nifty. Bomb is still actually out in middle. It's actually a little bit separated from the team, so there is like a small chance that Robin could play spoiler and get the bomb down and maybe cause some problems. Dazzle has a bit of a weird angle in tunnels that might not get checked, so there's like a couple of weird ways they might cause an issue for their opponent, but it's very likely it's going to go Envy's way. And there it is, 12-5 for Envy. Likely a freebie in this next round as there's no investment that's going to be available for Singularity here, so it should be 13-5. And that means a third map on Nuke, I believe.
Yep.
That's the map, yeah.
That would be the third. I mean, yeah, there was a chance if they were able to get the bomb down out of Ryan's hands, but I guess Fug was in a quick position to help out, and well, Envy playing that one slow, making sure they didn't lose out on too many players and giving it an opportunity for Singularity to have a chance there. Some utility bot up though at a Singularity, making it the nade stack over towards long.
Does no damage to the T side. In fact, the CT's the one receiving all of the blows. It's Ryan, Nifty, and Som, and Fugly all come in for kills. Almost a teammate, just Ely needs to get one now, but he's way on the other side of the map, so he's probably not going to do it. Unless he comes all the way through. He can come all the way through. Uh-oh. Actually, he might. Teammates in the cards. There it is. Okay, then. 13-5.
I think I'd be feeling good. I actually would almost want to change my prediction after this.
I
Just
mean,
for
I
the
don't know if
fact
that's
of-
really fair.
I mean, you can't change it. It's
Yeah.
fine. I know. I'm just saying, like, I feel like Envy, like a victory like this on the second map, like that's got to be such a big boost to the morale after going into
Right.
overtime on map 1 on Train. And obviously both teams have already played Nuke, but I feel like Envy had the better of the start with the 16-14 against ATK versus the 16-7 out of Singularity versus ATK.
Right.
And Nifty's on 28 kills. Like, he's not calmed down from the first map. Like, he's just popping off.
He had like that one quiet map last night that seemed a little bit off-putting, but everything else he's done through the majority of this stage has looked really brilliant.
Yeah. Been pretty consistent. Let's see now, 13-5. I'm not sure about the 5. I don't know why. I can see it on the screen. 5?
Could be an S, 13 to S.
Well, to be fair, the font that the Pro League uses, the 5 is an upside down 2. I'm like 99% sure. Just check it out next time we have it up on the screen.
Man. I'll keep that in mind.
Speaking of 2, we have 2 ops, Relics and Dapper on the CT side. Seb looking to push in. There's no reason to expect the player up high, and Ryan, we saw this happen yesterday as well.
That is a really difficult boost to deal with. It hardly ever even gets used, and you don't even see CTs usually press in that deep into long, so it hardly ever... We hardly ever see the interaction happen. That's kind of the point I'm getting at, but it does happen there, and now Envy up to a 4-on-3. Already have a big lead and looking to keep it going, it seems. I feel like if Envy wins this round, it's probably GG. Because the money's just not going to be there for Singularity. They're going to be forced behind the rest of the game, and it's going to be very little to work with.
Oh, the scope. Doesn't matter. Ryan still gets the kill either way, draws the last 2 defenders back towards the A site. The bomb, in the meantime, heading towards B. Fugly's been able to clear out that position. And Singularity probably just going to save, or try to save these weapons once they hear the bomb going down.
I imagine that is going to be the case. Nifty could stop it, though. He's already found Relics, and Robin is the one with 5 HP. He could even just pistol him down if he wanted to, but he'll just hold angle at the op instead. Robin does get a lot of damage off on him, but now he's also being pushed from behind. It won't be required, though. Nifty will finish the job. And so it's 14-5. Envy are tearing this one up, and this might be the most one-sided map we've seen all stage long.
Oh, we're not done just yet, all right?
Yeah, I mean,
Don't tempt fate.
it could be.
We did
Might
have
be.
16-7s yesterday.
Yeah, that's why I didn't speak it in absolute.
And knowing the games we've had so far, this is going to still go to a...
It actually has been
50-15.
wild. Like, I challenge someone to go look at, like, the CSGO wiki and see some of the map scores that we've had over these last couple of days.
I think what, the first stage we had that as well. Like Tom and I think like the first couple of days, it was just like 16-14, 16-13s every match.
Yeah. It's been some pretty tight games, but this one is far from that.
That's kind of what we expected though. I mean, considering how close all these teams are to each other in Group A.
Yeah.
I mean, we might get a couple
Standard
blowouts in Group B,
situations.
but
A lot of different factors.
oh wow. Oh wow.
Oof.
Oh wow. Ryan's not gonna check behind him. What happened? He's gonna now know. Storm's like, guys, how did they get behind you? Oh, that's awkward, but they still get the kills
Yeah,
either way.
it winds up not really mattering a whole hell of a lot. That is one of the more awkward situations you'll probably see happen in a smoke grenade. That's so crazy.
I think they're even talking about it. I think
It's also crazy that no one actually turned around and killed him, like immediately after he killed the other guy at long. They just, no trade there. You get another kill there on the Fugly though, so they're still somewhat in this fight, but they're still well behind, 2 on 3, and Dazzle's low, and now he's gone. It's all on Dapper.
I think they're talking about it in game right now because I can hear the sounds of messages. But Dapper's got to focus. He's in the 1-on-3. No kit. And he somehow connects on a nifty through
Didn't
the
even look
smoke.
on.
So he actually just threw away his pistol. Trying to force a fake flash, but either way, it's still going to be Envy closing out that round and put themselves up to 15. Yeah, there you go. You can see Ryan like, yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know how they got behind me.
All you can really do is laugh those types of situations off. So it is going to...
Unless you're in matchmaking, then you just get completely reamed out by your teammate.
Worst player I've ever seen. Uninstall the game.
Flashbacks. Get some PTSD right now.
So here we go, round 21, 15-5 for Indy. Singularity still not a whole lot to work with. 4 of their players on just SMGs. Ely actually beats a nade and continues to run out, and we'll get control of it. In the meantime, Ryan catches the B-Tunnels push, and so looks like this is all she wrote.
Yeah, when it's just 4 SMGs in the M4, and Envy can just kind of sit back. At least they just still have 1 player left on sites. They've gambled into the right position, but Seb's gonna be rotating back and through middle potentially to flank around towards long. Meantime, you see Ryan over towards B has been able to open up that entire site. And yeah, this should be all she wrote. This should be 16-5. I find it very hard for Singularity to come back. If Singularity win this round, I will wax Dust's eyebrow off.
I like how you just volunteer me up, you know, without any type of consent. Just seems a little bit unreasonable, really.
I'll give you that chance to do it to me later. But come on, do you not feel so confident in this?
I mean, I don't get anything in return. So like, it's just kind of a lost cause, much like this effort is from the CT side, as it is now a done deal. 16-5 for Envy, a flawless victory to finish things off, and that was a much different tone of a match compared to the first one.
Wasn't as scrappy on Trey.
No.
Much more controlled. Nifty looking good. Fugly looking good. Envy finally looking good when it came down to this map, but it doesn't mean we're done just yet. We still have the 3rd and final map of the series to come up. We still have Nuke gonna be around the corner for these 2 teams. They've already had a little bit of a taste of it. Unfortunately, that taste turned into a loss as they're up against ATK both times. But we'll see how Nuke will break down after this break.